Didn't see you there. Yeah, I know, we're at a party, but like, I'm not really too big into parties. You know, I kind of need a bit more intellectual stimulation. So I've been over here reading this book, Infinite Jest, by David Foster Wallace. Have you ever heard of him? No, I wouldn't think so. You know, it's like a book only for sort of smart people. You know, it's not really something that people like you would read. He was a writer who, he wrote lots of books like this. Well, he wrote lots of stories. He didn't actually write lots of books. He only wrote a few books. Stuff like this. It's smart, you know, and you can see it's a lot of pages. So, you know, it's the kind of book that really makes you think. You know, this isn't sort of basic fiction or anything like that. Yeah, you know, I used to work in a library, so I know what kind of books people get. Yeah, that's the problem. Too many people get not smart books. Have you ever read Camus? Or Camus, as you Americans would call it. Yeah, I'm an American too, but I'm partly French. You know, je suis un Max. That means I'm Max, that's my name. Je m'appelle, je French. Je parle anglais. You know, like I'm totally part French. Yeah, my great-great-grandparents' cousins were from France, so I'm kind of like, you know, I'm pretty much just French. You're not French, are you? Yeah. You didn't look it, so I didn't think you were. Sorry. Well, I guess right, because I'm always right with these things. What's this book about? Oh, it's a big story. It's about these people who play tennis and these recovering drug addicts, and it's really a story about people coming back from depression and such. What's that? You didn't ask what it was about? No, you just did. You just asked what it was about. That's what it's about. Why am I reading at a party? Well, it's because parties are too common. They're not really for smart people. No, it's not because no girls have spoken to me. It's because I'm smarter than that. I don't need girls to talk to me because I've got literature and I can expand my mind with that sort of thing. Have you ever read any French writers like Camus, like I said, or Jean-Paul Sartre? Have you ever read Sigmund Freud? He was Austrian, but same thing. No? What books do you read then? Oh, you don't read? Fair enough. I'm not surprised. You know, plenty of people here don't read. You know, it's the few of us left who are smart. Not saying that you're not smart, but, you know, it's not really a thing for normies, as in a sort of way to speak, to do. Why am I tapping on this thing? Because I've had too much caffeine, and I may have Parkinson's. My hands don't stand still. You know, I'm thinking of starting a podcast. You know, do you listen to any podcasts? Yeah, I'm kind of like an Adam Friedland type. I could kind of do the next Adam Friedland show, I think. You know, I'm like a male version of Dasha when you think about it. That's kind of what I am. Yeah. I do stand-up comedy. What about you? Is that what you do? No, comedy. Yeah, stand-up comedy, that's what I do. You know, I bombed a few times, but overall, I think I do pretty good at comedy. Yeah, my dad always pays to get me into the big venues. You know, this one time, I was doing such a good set. So good. You should have been there. I tell you a joke? No. Comedians don't just tell you a joke. My jokes are much more longer and layered than that. I don't just tell jokes like, why did the duck cross the road? A chicken cross the road. That's what I meant to say. No, I'm much smarter than that. I don't think you realize. But I'm much smarter than that. I read David Foster Wallace. I'm much smarter than that. So I'm totally thinking of doing another podcast, like I said, because the thing is, there aren't enough podcasts in the world of men just talking young men in their 20s and 30s just talking about things. You know, I think me and my friends kind of have like a come town dynamic, you know? You ever listen to the Adam Friedland show? Yeah, you didn't look the type. Sorry, no offense. Well, full offense, actually. You're not as smart as me, but, you know. Do you read any philosophy? Nah, of course not. Do you have any interest at all besides being a normie? What philosophy do I read? Why would you ask me that? Why? Do you think I don't read philosophy? Do I look like someone who would lie about reading philosophy? I'm smart, okay? Do I look like someone like that? My favorite philosophers you've never even heard of. They have names I can't even pronounce. Have you ever read Nietzsche? Yeah, I probably wouldn't have. Hegel. Do you know who Hegel is? Oh, yeah, I've never read Hegel either, but it doesn't mean anything. He's one of my favorite philosophers. What's that? Do I go to school? Yeah. I go to NYU. I'm an art student there. But, you know, I don't really like it. I'm not that much of a student. I don't really learn. I'm more creative-minded than that. Stuff like this really encourages me. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to become, I think, a comedian or a podcaster, like I said. I need to get a bigger following on Twitter first, though. What's that? What do you have a follow? Oh, no, I only have 50 followers, but, like, everyone's got to start somewhere, am I right? You know, Adam Friedland didn't come from nothing. What's my Twitter? You can't have my Twitter. Why'd you want my Twitter? To look at my hilarious jokes? You'd steal them. Joke thief? I didn't mean that in a mean way. I just mean you look like the kind of guy to steal jokes. Or girl to steal jokes. Or them. I don't use them things gendered. I use any words, because words don't mean anything. Has anyone spoke to me at this party? Why would you ask that? Of course not. Why was I invited? Oh, I wasn't. I just came because I could, like, look at what you normies do. What's that? No, yeah, I mean, if you want to go, get a drink or something. Of course you're going to come back and talk to me, aren't you? Yeah, that's what I thought, because, you know, I'm a good source of conversation. Alright, see ya.